What's up, guys? It's Carnivore Kip. Guess what I'm doing today? I'm unboxing a grill slash smoker that was sent to me by a company. Now, I have 3 different kettle grills. I have a pellet smoker that I love. I have a drum smoker that I love to use. I have my big old offset trailer pit that I love to use. I've owned couple different of those offset smokers, but one type of smoker that I've never owned and I've never used is a ceramic grill, like a Kamado Joe or a Big Green Egg, all those, you know those names. Well, anyway, this company reached out to me the other day. Well, it's been probably a month ago now, but they reached out to me and they wanted to send me one to use. It's London Sunshine. Now, they were initially going to send me their 13-inch, and I was like, guys, if y'all know me, I cook barbecue. I need something a little bit more space than that. Their largest cooker was out of stock at the time, but they sent me their middle size, and it's their 15-inch kamado cooker. And I'm going to unbox it right now. I haven't even opened the box yet to look at it. I'm going to unbox it real quick. I'm going to cook on it in this video, and I'm going to cook picanha. If y'all have never had grilled picanha, what are you doing, man? You're carnivore and you haven't had picanha? You're crazy. It's got a huge fat cap on it, and we all love fat, right? Picanha's got a really thick fat cap on it, and it is perfect. But anyway, so let me get it unboxed real quick. Let's do that, and then let's get to cooking, y'all. And before I get any farther, I just want to make sure you guys know, yes, they sent it to me, and yes, they sent me a link that I can use that I'm going to put in the description of this video if anybody wants one. But that's not stopping me from giving my honest review. If I don't like it, or if I don't like certain things about it, I'll let you know. And things that I do like about it, I'll let you guys know that as well. First things first, the carnivore diet is incredible because this box is 160 pounds. This thing is heavy, okay? This little cooker in this box, it's heavy, okay? It's got some legs on it. I went with the green. They have different colors, but this is their 15-inch. Let's get it opened up and see what we think about what's on the inside of this box. Hi-ya! No, I'm just kidding. I gotta get it opened up, y'all. Got my old pocket knifer. Gotta get this box open and see what we're working with. Oh, papers. Woo! Whoopsie. I don't look at instructions, man. I'm a dude. I don't look at instructions, y'all. But for real though, if I have to, I will look at them instructions because sometimes I'll be getting myself confused. Now, I'm still getting stuff out of the box, but they say that it comes like mostly assembled. So we're gonna see. I do see that there's a couple, I think that's the legs right there. That's probably like legs or something. But we're gonna see just how assembled this thing is. There is an envelope in here that says you are important. I like that. I'm pretty important, y'all. My wife don't think so sometimes. Just from cooking barbecue a lot, I'm pretty sure this is going to be to keep your charcoal elevated from the bottom. It's got your holes cut in it. This feels like cast iron. That's probably going to be to keep your coal bed above the bottom of the pit. We have a box. This looks like, I don't know what that is. I do know that that is the top vent. That looks like the top vent. You can open it all the way, or you can open it like quarter turns, however you want to do it. Pretty cool. That's cast iron too. That's definitely cast iron. So there's a little bit of assembly to this. I can see there's a little bit of assembly, but it might not be that bad. Ta-da, here we are. We made it down to The pit itself, I think these are the legs. I didn't think they were, and I thought the other pieces were the legs, but I was wrong. That happens sometimes. But anyway, let me put these to the side, get this big old beast out of here, because I'll tell you, this little dude is heavy. That's usually a sign of quality, though, whenever something's got some weight to it. If your grill is like super thin and flimsy, well, you're going to be buying another one the next summer. Let's see if I can use these big old strong carnivore arms and get this bad boy out of here. I can't fit but 2 fingers, but let's see. 1, 2, 3. Ah, stuck. Come on, baby. I'm not gonna grab the bat. There we go. It was packaged up pretty good. It's the color of a green egg. It's already got the thermometer on here assembled. I always pay attention to what thermometer's on there. This one goes up to 800 degrees, which is pretty good. That's pretty good for a thermometer. It's already got the hinges installed. I can see it's got a gasket right here to hold the heat. All right, so we got a little stainless grate. This is a little stainless grate. I like how it's got a hinge. So if you're trying to do add more charcoal, you don't have to actually take your cooking grate off. You can just drop in more right here. That's a nice feature. I mean, some of my other grills have that too, but it is nice. Like if you're cooking for 2, 4, probably even 6 people. But if you're cooking for an army, then you would probably want something bigger than this. Everything on the inside of this thing is really padded really well to protect it during shipping, which is nice. And there's your bottom of it. It seems so small, but when companies actually give you the tools that you need, it is pretty cool. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, guys, I got the grill here. I haven't set it on the legs yet. One thing that maybe they could work on in the future is, and this isn't bashing them, but make their legs a little easier to assemble, because the legs were the thing that took the longest to get them assembled. The pit itself was already assembled. All I had to do was unscrew these 2 pieces and put the handle on, and then the cast iron top, I had to run a screw here and run a screw over here. That was it for assembly of the grill. I will show you another thing with the legs. That's the only flaw I found so far without using it. The leg system is really short. I feel like it should be taller, you know, especially for somebody like me. I'm 6'4". I'm not no baby. And so, but you could put it on a table. You could build your own table. A lot of people do that for kamados, but I wish the legs were a little bit longer. So let me put the ceramic piece back in there, and there's a slit right here. You just want to make sure that's facing the front. That way it can breathe. I mean, that's pretty simple. Then you've got your charcoal grate. Set it in there. Keeps your charcoal elevated. Not rocket science. Then lastly, your cooking grate. I like how you can spin it. Since I've never used this smoker before, I'm starting out with just a half a chimney of charcoal, because I can always add more charcoal to it, but I don't want it to run away from me and get way too hot. But I have here, and y'all can get these at your local Costco. These are, it's a twin pack of picanha. says beef loin top sirloin cap. It was $7.99 a pound, $41 for 2 of them. A little over 5 pounds, 5.16 pounds. So I'm gonna cut these up into picanha steaks. And the thing is, all you have to remember, so normally whenever people are telling you to cut meat, you cut against the grain. But when you cut these into steaks, you want to cut it with the grain, because whenever you're cutting it to eat it, then you're gonna cut it the other way. I can tell looking here, and the cool thing is that fat, you can leave it all on. You don't have to trim it. You don't have to anything like that. So I can tell that the grain is running that way. So I want to cut with it, where normally you would cut against the grain. You're going to cut with it. And so I just want my steaks to be, I don't know, 1 inch thick, something like that. Some of them smaller than others. It doesn't matter. But just get them cut with the grain. And like I said, you don't trim that fat cap. Plus us carnivores, we want that fat. But see, picanha steaks right there. So now let's cut the other one into steaks. It is not hard. I've only been out here for doing this for just a couple minutes. So I can see the grain is running that way. So I'm gonna cut that way. Ta-da! There's your picanha steak. I ain't eating it raw like some of y'all do. I don't know if y'all have ever had picanha, but if you haven't, and you're carnivore or keto or anything like that, you should. It's legit. It's fire. This is some of that 1836 that I was telling y'all about. It's a really good rub. You can get it at, like, if you're, well, in my hometown they have it at Marvin's, but you can get it on Amazon. You can get it different places. And I'm gonna just season them up. And this rub has a good bit of pepper in it. It can be a little peppery sometimes, but I like pepper. Ta-da! Like magic, the picanha's seasoned up. Let's get this pit hot. All right, so first thing, let's go ahead and get our grate on here. All right, we got our cooking grate on here. And it always needs oxygen at the bottom. I mean, you're dealing with fire. Oxygen at the bottom. All right, to get the pit to come up to temp, I'm gonna have the vent open. And watch my thermometer and see how it does coming up to temp. I'll play with it and back it down some if I need to. So it's a balancing act between your bottom vent and your top vent when you're cooking barbecue or grilling or anything like that. I am gonna open this right here real quick, and I'm gonna add some hickory wood chunks to add a little extra smoke flavor as well. Grab me a couple of them, drop them down in here. Just give me a little wood flavor in there. I'm gonna give me one more little one. You don't want to overdo it, you'll overpower the meat. All right guys, we're setting at 550 degrees, and I didn't do anything to it. I did leave this vent open all the way just because I want the highest temp possible. If I wanted to get up to 600 or 700, 800, I would add some more charcoal. But like I said, this is my first time using this pit, and you don't want to overdo it, and because then you got to battle your fire back down. So always burp it first. That way the heat don't just roar out on you. You want to burp it first. It is definitely hot. If you don't believe me, watch. We finna cook some picanha, and I want you to tell me if you think it's hot or not. You hear that? I don't know if you can hear that, but it's hot. I'm gonna do it in shifts. I'm not trying to force all of it on there at once. Plus, this ain't a huge smoker. You can't fit too much at once. Shut it down and let it go. I'm not one of those people that believes you can only flip your meat once while it's cooking. That's hogwash. I think it cooks more evenly when you flip it multiple times. So flip it as much as you need to. When your pit's closed, it keeps your flame off of it. You still get your heat, but you don't get your flame. But I think you do pick up a little bit more smoke flavor when your lid's closed because it's more concentrated. But we're grilling, we're not barbecuing right now. And I like taking mine to like 135. I don't like it super rare. You can go super rare if you want to, but I actually think it's better if it's cooked a little bit more. See how you got that flame? This will kill that flame down. And if I need to emergency kill all the flame, I'll shut that bottom vent and that top vent all the way down and smother it. This small piece is done. 135, 136. All right, let's go back for a second round of picanha. I'm gonna cook a second batch. Y'all ready? I might be able to squeeze the rest of it in there from both packs. Because there ain't but like 3 pieces left. Yeah, I think I can do it. It's gonna be a tight fit, but I think I can squeeze it all in there. Last piece, little piece. All right, I'm gonna shut it down, that way it can kind of come up to temp. Especially with all that being in there, I want it to be able to come up to temp. And this is what we got from the first batch. I don't know if you'd eat that, but I will definitely eat that. Would you eat that? All right, let's burp it and then give it a flip. Give it all a flip. This time when I flip it, I'm gonna just let it get some, I'm gonna let the flame build up a little bit. We're wrapping up the last few now, getting a little bit of char on them. Getting a little sizzle on them. Was that 140, 139? Would you eat that? I don't know if you'd eat that or not. Shut her down so that she can die. You don't want to leave your pit going unless you just have a little bit of coals left and you want them to go out. You want them to turn to ash, but I like to put them out if I can, especially with a new pit, because I don't trust that there ain't gonna be no issues at first. So guys, it's actually like 3 hours later. I just realized that my audio at the end of the video was like not working. So I'm back out here by the pit and I wanted to give you guys my honest opinion. Now, yes, they did send me a code. It's a 10% off coupon code, which is KIPP10, KIPP10. If anyone would like to buy one of these, even the smaller one, and I'll put it in the description, but I still want to give you guys my honest review because I'm not trying to persuade you to buy this. You can or you can't. It's up to you. But I think it's going to last a long time. It's built very heavy duty. Like, it's heavy duty, and it's like 150, 160 pounds, even though it's a small pit. And that tells me over time quality, because if you have a flimsy pit, usually they're getting burnt out and stuff like that in the bottom. You've all been to your friend's house and their pit feels like it's about to fall apart or the bottom got burnt out. This ain't gonna happen with this for a long time. I wish it was a little taller, but you know, it worked perfectly fine. And if you're a short person, you're going to love that. If you're going to be cooking for more than 8 to 10 people at a time, then probably you want something bigger. But if you're cooking for a couple or any single person, or a small family like I have, it's just me and my wife and my daughter, which sometimes we have friends and stuff over, and I got big pits for that. Or if we're doing an event with our church, I got a big huge pit for that. But if it's just cooking for me, my wife, and my daughter, this little dude will do it. This right here will cook for small families. So I will give it a thumbs up, not just because they sent me the discount code and stuff like that, but I honestly, I think it's a cool little pit. And I mean, like $300 for it or something like that, somewhere in that ballpark. And then the smaller one is even less than that, like a little over $200. I think it's worth that money. I mean, that's just my honest opinion. And I also appreciate the company taking the time to send it to me and letting me review it, and I look forward to doing more cooks on it. With that being said, if you enjoyed this, hit the like button. Leave a comment, let me know, have you ever tried picanha? If you haven't, you need to try picanha. And I love you guys. God bless y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Keep going and stay carnivore. God bless.